my friend, it's Pat Sloan, and it is Tackle It Tuesday, and I figured on Tackle It Tuesday I would wear the new shirt is I quilt past my bedtime, because on a Tackle It Tuesday you might just do that if you're actually trying to get a bunch of things done. So first of all, it is Kite Day. So there we go. That's what I decided on. Let me push it back a little bit so you get a little bit more in there. Okay. So that's what I decided on. I went with the pinky red fabric, that paisley, which looks very much like red from just a little distance rather. So let me just scroll you in there so you can see. See, there's the pinky red. So it's kind of like a pink background. So yeah, see? So it's not pink, but it does read more red, and it has that little bit lighter feel to it, which is kind of what I was going for. Okay, so what else did I decide on? Matching it with the bigger floral for the backing. So the backing's all cut, ready to go. Then I also cut red binding. But I could change my mind. The only thing is, the binding is cut. It's all cut, ready to go, labeled. So, you know, the probability of me changing my mind is smaller than if I didn't have it cut yet. But because it's cut and made, and I won't have to do anything when the quilt comes back from the spa, all I will have to do is put the binding on. So that is probably going to be what happens. So there we go. It's all ready. So I want to have a couple of public service announcements. First of all, for the tomorrow on Wednesday starts Black Wednesday, which is the Ode to the National Parks. And it also starts the Christmas Jolly Bar Sampler Quilt Along, where we're taking the Jolly Bar book. Mine is in the mail on the way here. And here's the cover, hold on. So there's the cover, that's the book and the sampler that we're doing. That also starts tomorrow, which books have been shipped. And I know some of you have gotten your books already, but if you haven't, they're shipping out. So I know this is kind of a tight thing, but if that's kind of your primary projects, you'll be able to catch up. No problem. They're nice big blocks. They're easy to do. So on Wednesdays, I'll have 2 things this year, which is not ideal. I don't really like to do that, but I think I prefer to keep the Jolly Bar on Wednesday rather than moving it to Thursday. So that's just the way it'll be. That's the way it'll be this year. And that's just how it happens sometimes. So if you did not find the supply list, there's a link to it on my project page for both of those. So you just go to I Love to Make Quilts, and there's all, here's a screenshot. There's all the projects, and you just click to the project you want, and then you get all the details of, supply lists, recommended fabrics, if the links to the blocks, etc., etc. So that's your go-to place for all the information. If for some reason you did not see yesterday's video or get an email about my article, this book is a giveaway. So be sure that you are in on it. It's a history book of Kantha sewing. It is amazing. It has so much great detail, and not only the history, but stitches and suggestions on how to do it. It's great. So one of you can own that. It's a US and Canada giveaway hardback copy. That's a hardback, not even a paperback. Isn't that nice? It is awesome. And the other thing is that when a giveaway is done, when I contact the person and they accept, that I can get hold of them, then I go to the original post where you would have entered, and I put the name of the person who won. And so the wedding dress quilt book was won by Gloria. And Gloria had written that, she says, my grandson got married this year, and his mother and I made them a king-size wedding quilt. It's a tradition for the mother and grandmother to make this together, and it was a very rewarding experience. So it just seemed like the wedding dress quilt book was just meant for her, wasn't it? And Gloria has gotten her book already, and I hope that you're enjoying it, Gloria. And so those are the public service announcements for today. You know, you just have those sometimes, right? Okay, the other thing is I went into the store and there's fall Halloween stuff, and I go nuts over the Halloween stuff. But first of all, I had to get the caramel apple. These are the ones dipped in caramel, not the red candy stuff. I don't like those, but the caramel with nuts. And I basically am eating like just mostly the caramel and the nuts part, because oftentimes the apple after sitting on the shelf is not always the best, but the caramel and the nuts are awesome. So I had to get one of those. It's like a tradition, because you know I love my food traditions. Then I was looking around, and I've had forever. I've had this forever, and I needed to put something small in a container. And I thought, like, oh, I'd forgotten I had this. It was up in my cabinet. And then from the store, I saw this guy. Oh my gosh, look how stinking cute. It looks like the cross stitch girl that I'm finishing. This girl on here, right? Look, just like her. And she lights up. Can you see? Yeah, lights up. Look how stinking cute that is. Oh my goodness. So that had to come home with me. I don't know. Do you do that? Like, don't even let me start on Halloween fabrics, because yeah, I always get way too many of those. Halloween and Christmas, they are my absolute downfall. All the holiday fabrics, love them. Now today is the rest of today video is Tackle It Tuesday. So I decided that for the month of September, I should write this note on here to myself too. Hold on, because now I don't have that on my note here, and I want to say it. So I have a list of things that I want to do, and I'll do a little bit of it here today and then wrap up. And the rest will be, obviously I can't do this whole list today. Even if I quilted past my bedtime, I could not do them. So let me get my list. All right. So now here's the challenge. If you want to have your own Tackle It Tuesday list so that you can maybe address these for the month, maybe you want to have something you just addressed this week or just in the next 2 days, pick your time frame and make yourself a little list. So I've got the state fabrics. I need to store them somewhere because I am not going to work on the state project. I would probably draft the pattern for myself, draw it up in December, and then I will be working on it in 2025. So that fabric needs to be put away. So we're going to do that today here on video. I need to finish the pairs. So the pairs do not have that much to do. Some little spacers, sew all the verticals, sew the verticals together, put the border on, and then cut the backing. So, it's stuff, but it's not like a lot of stuff. Cut the pencil banner, trim the critter quilt. The critter quilt is back. I need to trim it. I need to decide if I like the binding. Those are things we'll talk about together. The Roar dinosaur blocks, I've only done 2, so I need to get those kind of in a rotation for this month, like to have them maybe once a week. I make some, that's the day I work on those. Actually, where's that pen? I also have my scrap blocks that I need for the month. They might be on the list, but I need this sort of additional list. Isn't that ridiculous? I have a list upon a list upon a list, but sometimes that's what works. Then I have bindings that I want to do. There's still bindings that are older. I would like to do one of the older ones, just like I did that one with the little s'mores and stuff on it, the little dancing marshmallows. I would like to do another one of the older ones, plus just the things that are rotating in and out, like the critter quilt, and the jelly roll sampler will be back, and I have like one that's for the trade show, for the gratitude and grace, and that kind of a thing. Gratitude and grace, speaking of that, we do have, I am using it starting tomorrow for the Block Wednesday, but I also have a quilt along with a kit. Let me just show you a picture of that. So this kit we will be doing first. The Fat Quarter Shop is making the kits as soon as they are up for sale. Then I can figure out a date to start it. So it'll probably be beginning of October. That way kits are done, you can order them, you can get them in, or you can get just the pattern. If you've already bought like a Fat Quarter bundle of my stuff and you want to make this, and I'll talk about, like, maybe, see, this reads kind of blue because it has a blue fabric for the border, but if you like one of the other fabrics in the line, you can make it look a little bit more green, a little bit more turquoise, just depending on the kind of the fabric you pick for the border on that. So we'll talk about that one once, the kits are actually available for sale. And then I'll also be doing a second one after that with Wendy's new book, Autumn book. And so we'll do a leaf quilt, and I have to get that organized. So probably next week, I'll get the project page up and get that organized. But it'll be after the first one, because I can't do two gratitude. I'm already going to do a little bit of overlap here with the Block Wednesday, so I can't have too much going on at once. I do always have too much going on at once, but that's more than I need to do. My other public service announcement, I forgot this one, is to be sure, if you're going to come in November to see Wendy and I at the Virginia Quilt Museum with the Harrisonburg exhibit. We will be doing a little talk in the early afternoon, and then we'll be there for a couple hours after that. The museum needs you to register so that they know how many people are coming. If you're a member of the museum, it's free to come. If the talk doesn't cost anything, and come hang out with us. And we're right down from a quilt shop even, and there's places to get ice cream and coffee and lunch and whatever in the town. We're in Dayton now, Dayton, Virginia, which is just a little bit down the road from the old museum location. So you want to be sure you go and do that. If you're not a member, just join. Support the museum, and then you come for free, or you can just buy a ticket online, how they have it. So I just want to be sure you know and remember about that, because I really would hate for you to miss out. All right, before we look at the State Fabric stuff, I had a couple things I wanted to show you from the Fat Quarter Shop. Here they're doing these little shelf series of cross stitch. That one's so cute. A little beehive with, look at the little heart. Look at the little heart in the middle of it. Ah, the little bees, they are so cute. Okay, and then I got in the next So Colorful. The So Colorful bundles, and I want to show you that. Blue, I mean, I've worked for several fabric companies, and blue is by and far the color fabric you quilters buy the most of. So you buy a lot of blue fabric. So I'm going to show you this yummy blue fabric. I also have some of these that I have to put away. There's some older ones that are still available. You just have to look at the Fat Quarter Shop. Because it's a club, and if you sign up for the club, then you get this bundle every time. If you are not in the club, they do have extras, but you never know which ones will have extras and how many they will have, etc. So here we go. Okay, this beautiful floral, this deep navy, and they always have like a group of shading of colors. This one seems to be a bit more, mostly mediums, no real lights, no super darks. A couple of darker ones. This is a little bit darker. Here's this. Is that the same fabric line? No, I think it might be similar. Look at this, beautiful. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. Love this style fabric where it's just kind of two colors of blue, and then there's some little pops of maybe even a much lighter blue in here. These teeny weeny little dots. This is cool. Kind of looks like almost like rain or something, doesn't it? Really nice. There is a stripe, so I would read it as a stripe across. Oh, look at the fans with the little tiny X's in there. Now they do have, oh, look at the circles. Oh, love that. So they do have this legend that comes with it so that you can just go and order, you know, more of any of this that you have to have. That is awesome. Could you see that on the back of a quilt? Awesome. Here's another really wonderful piece. All these beautiful blues. There's birds. Sweet. So sweet. Ah, and look at that geometric. Gosh, that is so cool. You could do some kind of interesting fussy cutting with that, with these shapes here. That'd be really cool. Some more little X's. Dots, dots, polka dots. That's an awesome polka dot. And, oh, gorgeous gingham. I am like addicted to the ginghams. Love them. Love them, love them. Okay, so that's that. There's also the spooky box pre-order. So the Fat Quarter Shop does a couple times a year. I think they do a spring one. I don't know if they still do that. And they do the spooky box and the jolly box. And they are exclusive one-time boxes that are out there. They're not orders, they're not subscriptions, they're just a standalone, and you pre-order it, and then they will have some extras, but you never know how many, because people might cancel their order and they do make a few more, but they make determinations what it'll be. So because it's got some items in them are exclusive just to the box, they're always amazing. They have fabric, some fun little notions and things, a pattern to go with the fabric, which is exclusive to the box. So the spooky box can be pre-ordered now. That's kind of the picture of the box. It's a mystery. So you can pre-order, and I want you to get in on it so you don't miss out. They are sending me once. I am super, super excited. I always love it. Okay, the State the State Fabric Project. You all were so generous that I have 6 bags of fabric. Look at that. I've got those 2. I have this one. I have 3 more up here. These 3. And this picnic basket was used for the critter quilt, and I don't know, I don't think there's any critter quilt stuff left in here. Let's see what's in here. So I have my legend. So basically what I did was I created a container here for each state. Where is one I can grab? Oh my God, they are so stuffed full of fabric. Okay, so this one is like number 5, and number 5 has the states of, this is number 4. So there's 6 of them. Number 4 has like New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and South Carolina. So that is what's in here. And in there, it's just, I had it at one point where they were, you know, sort of not organized, but just as they came in. But then you started to send more and more, and so now they're just sort of laying on the top there. And it's huge. And I have one container. Which one? Where did I put it? Okay. This container is not the states. This is ones where it was the territories or the other countries, or the ones that were multiple states. And so that's the smallest container. The other ones are similar to this size. I also kept all of your notes in this small one. That is absolutely jam-packed. I cannot stick another letter in there from you, I don't think. It is so full. And in here I have backings. So there's 2 different backings. You know, 2 of you sent fabric that was quite a big piece for backing. And then here are some tools that I might use in making the state blocks, the project itself, because I have an idea and it needs some specialty rulers, and I grabbed those and stuck them in here. And then this was, I think it's going to go on the critter quilt, so I need to take it out. This was a block sent by one of our friends, and it's got like the little paw prints, and so that needs to come out, and I believe this needs to come out. Yes, that those are still the only things left from the state fabric project. So this has room in here. I've got these, but there's really no room to put any of these others. So I basically have 7 containers of fabric for the state project. I do not have space in my house for 7 containers of fabric. I'm going to have to go, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in the other room there and try to find a place. I have on the top of one shelf. Okay, I'm thinking that's where it's going to have to go for right now. The shelves are going to loosen up a little bit because I'm going to be sending some more quilts out for charity. So what I'm going to do is, let's get the other camera a minute and just take a look. Ooh. So one place I do have right now is up here. So I could line them up there. I don't, color-wise, they're messy, and I mean, it's bad enough the way I have to have storage in here, but I'm not sure that I really like seeing that up there. So yeah, I'm not loving that. But I do have some space on this one that's right here, the top of that. A lot of that is going to be, some of that is going to be going, so I don't know. Either that or I have to put it in the shelf in the hall. So if I put it here, I would have to like take 2 shelves for the state fabric, which is a lot. I think it would fit in there. It also, I don't really like that it'll be bags in there, so I had to think about it. So that is the state of storage. I may have to rearrange a few other things because I have some other picnic baskets which I could put on that top one, which would look nicer visually to me when I walk in that room or glance into that room. I would see those instead of all these different colors up there. That doesn't, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Anyways, that's something that I'll be figuring out today. Actually, first thing, that's the first thing on my Tackle It Tuesday. So I hope today you make a Tackle It Tuesday list. It can have one thing. It can have several that you'll work on for the month, like for me. Whatever it is, I hope you do it. Share it either in the comments here at YouTube or share it at, these are your quilting tackle-its. I like your quilting tackle-it items. Show it here or at my Facebook group, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. And be sure that you order your spooky box if you wanted to do that. And tomorrow we have kickoff of not 1 but 2 fun quilt-alongs. So, quilt past your bedtime. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.